Variable naming conventions. Variable names are not cosmetic. They are part of how meaning flows through the graph. Terraform does not see names as labels for humans only. It treats them as stable identities that participate in inference. Today, we are not learning how to name things. We are learning why names matter to Terraform's understanding of intent. A variable name is a promise. It promises what kind of value may arrive. It promises where that value is allowed to flow. And it promises how long that meaning will remain stable. Terraform does not validate intent linguistically, but it preserves intent structurally. The name is a handle that intent attaches to. We often reach for generic names like ID when we're moving fast. Terraform accepts this without complaint. It's technically valid, but notice what we lose in the process. Terraform cannot infer destination. It cannot infer scope. It cannot infer life cycle expectations. The graph remains structurally correct, but meaning becomes fragile. Terraform is not confused by vague names. It so builds a correct dependency graph. It so plans accurately. It so applies deterministically. But ambiguity asks the human to remember what the machine has forgotten. The system remains stable. The understanding does not. Here, the name carries scope. Terraform still sees only a string, but the graph now communicates intent. This name implies a destination. It implies a relationship. It implies boundaries on reuse. The value may still arrive late, but its meaning is now anchored. Naming conventions are often explained as readability rules. That is incomplete. In Terraform, names define how identity flows across files, modules, and state. They shape how safely values can move without changing meaning. A good name resists accidental reuse. A weak name invites silent coupling. This name aggravates meaning. Terraform allows it. The type system allows it. But the graph now hides intent behind a container. Downstream references cannot reveal why a value exists. This forces the next person, or your future self, to work harder to understand the why. Terraform state tracks these names as the entry points for your data. When you change a variable name, you aren't just editing text, you are breaking the contract with the state and with any modules that rely on this value. You are trading continuity for churn. This name encodes intent without enforcing behavior. Terraform does not enforce correctness here, but it preserves meaning as the value moves. If this value changes, the reason for the change remains legible. It's not about rules, it's about making the truth easy to find. Poor names rarely fail loudly. They fail during handoff, during refactor, during team growth. The system will still function, but its purpose becomes a mystery. By naming for intent today, you are making the system's future and your team's growth much safer. In a future lesson, we will see how variable naming interacts with module boundaries. There, names stop being local and start becoming public contracts.